Many people worry that having a disturbing thought means something is wrong with them. They wonder if the thought says something about who they are or what they might do. But from a mental health perspective, the question shouldn't be, why did I think that? Instead, it should be, what was going on with my nervous system when the thought appeared? Meet Sam. Nothing about this moment is unusual. Then thoughts appear, not invited, not planned. Before there's time to evaluate them, the body reacts. Muscles tighten, attention narrows. This reaction happens before the brain even identifies meaning. Here's what's important to know. When someone is anxious, burned out, overwhelmed, or dealing with a lot of stress, the brain starts watching itself more closely. It turns inward and starts scanning. Is everything okay in here? So when a strange or upsetting thought shows up, the brain doesn't shrug it off. It zooms in on it, not because the thought is dangerous, but because the system is already on high alert. This is where people get stuck. There's a quiet assumption that goes something like, if a thought scares me, that must mean it's important. But fear isn't a truth signal. It's more like a highlighter. Fear just says, pay attention to this. Fear just says, pay attention to this. It doesn't say, this is real or this is who you are. And the more scared someone gets of a thought, the louder it can feel. Another thing people worry about is losing control. They think, what if having this thought means I could act on it? But thoughts and actions are very different processes. Thoughts are automatic, they show up without permission. Actions require intention, planning, and alignment with values. Ironically, people who are afraid of their thoughts are often the ones who care the most about not acting on them. That fear usually tells you values are present, not missing. Most people experiencing fear of their thoughts are dealing with anxiety driven cognition, not danger. Support becomes important when fear of thoughts leads to avoidance or compulsive checking. Thoughts feel constant and exhausting. Daily life starts shrinking around mental monitoring. There is intent or desire to act, not fear of doing so. Seeking help here isn't about danger, it's about relief. Here's the loop that often happens. A thought shows up. Fear spikes. The person starts monitoring their mind. The brain learns. This thought causes panic. Keep it nearby. So the thought comes back, not because it's dangerous, because fear trained the brain to keep checking. That's exhausting and it's not a personal failure. So here's the takeaway, and it's an important one. If you're afraid of your thoughts, that doesn't mean they're unsafe. It usually means your nervous system is overwhelmed. Fear is information about stress, not about who you are or what you'll do. You don't have to get rid of thoughts for them to lose power. You don't have to control them. Often, what helps most is understanding what's happening and letting the fear soften. In the next episode, we'll talk about a question that almost always follows this one. Does thinking something mean I want it? Because that confusion causes a lot of unnecessary alarm. What if the question isn't, why did I think that? But what was my nervous system experiencing at the time? When the nervous system is stressed, the brain produces more mental noise. It's scanning for threats, not offering insight. This is why therapy doesn't aim to eliminate thoughts. Teaches you powerful skills through cognitive behavioral therapy and acceptance and commitment therapy to manage, reframe, and change your relationship with those thoughts, reducing their power and impact so that they don't control your life.